Welcome back to VTU e-Shikshana program on computer aided engineering drawing. So last session we have discussed about the rectangular lamina appears as a square in front view, and also I have discussed the variations in the inclination of the lamina leads to change in the apparent shape. Now let us look at a problem. A rectangular lamina of 60 mm by 40 mm appears as a square in front view. Draw the projections when the side on VP is inclined at 30 degree to HP. Same type of problem we have worked when the inclination of the lamina is given to the rectangle and the same data exists in the previous problem. Now what I do is I assume that the lamina is parallel to VP and then give inclination to VP by some angle. So what happens here? The apparent shape becomes the another rectangular, sometimes it's square. When it becomes square, when the apparent length of the longer edge equals to the side on VP, then it becomes square. So instead of giving angle, he has given the apparent shape in the front view. So how we decide that you have to start from front view only? Because he has given that front view appears as rectangle, definitely you have to start from front view. The lamina inclined to VP, then only you will get the shape, square shape in the front view. Okay, now let me start from the basic initial position. The lamina is on VP. And since he has given the side on VP is inclined at 30 degree to HP, we have to keep it on VP. Otherwise, you would have taken like this and then rotate to get the square. But since he has given the side on VP is inclined at 30 degree to HP, I have to keep it on VP. The first figure, then second figure. In case of regular problems, you used to get inclination to VP. Now here we have to find inclination to VP since he has given the apparent shape. It is something like a triangle which is having three data. One is angle, other one is this and this side. So any of these two are given, you can construct triangle. Same type here. Now what I do is, I will fix this AD. AD I will fix, about that I rotate. So in case of regular problem, what we do is, we mark a point AD and then draw line and then create the inclination, then project. There, here we have apparent shape. What is apparent shape given? Square. He has not given the size of the square. What must be the square here? See, here 60 by 40. If you rotate, if you fix the smaller edge, then rotate, then only you will get square. Suppose if you fix longer edge and rotate, you never get square any time. Okay, you get all rectangle, sometime it is line when it is 90 degree. Okay, now it is decided or concluded that the smaller edge must be kept on VP or kept perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP and rotate. Here it is on VP. Now let me do one thing. Let us take this extension of this line, projection of this line, and measure whatever the distance here. Same thing, that is 40, you mark 40. So this gives you apparent shape. Now let me dark that figure. And dimension this, because this is particularly 20 square, or sorry, 40 square. 40 square. Okay, you can write 40 square. Now name it A dash D dash, because we have fixed AD. Here you can fix BC also or rotate either way. Now this is B dash, C dash. So what we do when you give inclination to the VP, we take like this, then project. It is reverse procedure. Project in the different direction. Next, take this distance and draw an arc. If we get angle, we draw a line of 40 degree, 50 degree, whatever given, 30 degree, then take this distance and draw. Same information we are providing here. Draw an arc with the top view length equal to radius, that is exactly 60 here. Now dark this figure, because this is the true length of the longer edge, that is nothing but front top view length. Now this is B is visible, C is not visible. Now automatically you get 5. You have to measure this. Okay, sometimes they will ask you how much is the inclination of the lamina with VP. Now you have to take up this side on VP is inclined at 30 degree to HP is given. Now side on VP is perpendicular now. We have to make it 30 degree. Now let me rotate in this direction so that AD will become the line which is nearer to XY line, so that you can easily draw the remaining figure with respect to AD. Now let line leads to the right when left upwards, so that you can mark D dash and A dash. Take this distance 40 because it is exactly square. Mark A dash, D dash. How to create manually? Draw perpendiculars and then take again same distance, mark. This is B dash, this is C dash. Now angle is 30 degree, 30 degree to HP. Draw this figure. So this is final front view. Even after giving inclination to VP, HP with respect to the edge on VP, it is still square. Okay. Now you have to get the final top view. How to get the final top view? It's a very easy job. Draw A and D on XY line, because AD, the short edge on VP, and projection of BC and the corresponding front view corners BC gives you the points BC. Join in order AB, CD and AD. This is how you get the final top view. So I will repeat, the side on VP is inclined at 30 degree to HP. So whatever you do here, that is for HP. And the line is on VP. Shorter edge is on VP. The lamina is inclined at some degree to HP. You have to measure and say how much. Okay. This will work on computer and see how much is the here. Manually you can measure, you may get 1 or 2 degrees difference. That's all. Sometimes you may get exact. Same way we can work the problem on the rectangular lamina with the surface is parallel to HP first, say, then or on HP, then the lamina is inclined to HP. For a particular inclination, you may get square as the top view. Then the side on top view, HP is inclined at some degree to VP. I will define the particular problem. You can catch it easily. See here, first position, the lamina is on HP. It is rotated about a particular edge which may be on HP or maybe above HP. Something like this also is true. First position, second position, then third position. Or normally they will give on HP or on VP. Now it is on HP, say, first position, second position, third position or third position. So this type of problems also you work in the computer. So let me take a problem on rectangular lamina again, which is 35 mm by 20 mm. So in examination or test or for classwork, you may get smaller dimensions also. So you must be very carefully work out. Normally 60, 40, 50, 30 and all will be given. Sometimes the smaller dimensions are given like this, then you have to catch it. Now 35 mm by 20 rests on VP. On one of its shorter edges, C has given, in this case it is on the shorter edges on VP. Then the lamina rotated about the edge on which it rests, still it appears as a square in front view. The edge on which the lamina rests is inclined 30 degree to HP. Draw the projections. Also find the inclination of the lamina with VP. That's what I told. Sometimes you have to find the inclination. Now same answer is there. That is what I worked out on whiteboard. You have to take first 35 by 20. The short edge is perpendicular to HP. This is the top view, then you don't know the inclination with respect to the top view, so you have to draw this, okay, and then get the inclination by projecting this BC. Then you incline this and then get the final top view. Now to proceed. Now I have given the step-by-step procedure here. First, you have to have the front view, starting with front view because it gets you the true shape 35 by 20 and the corresponding top view. Then how to create the square here? That is what. Now what you do is you try to extend this projections, to a particular value, okay, and then draw one line, vertical line through that. That is, I am creating AD reference, that's all. At random you create one line that is to touch XY line. That means this position is AD. You can review this. See, I am creating this line and this point, and check that the things are intact. Sometimes it may be incomplete or whatever. Now, if this is incomplete and all, now you just check whether it is on same line. Otherwise, you will get different values. Okay, particularly phi. Whether it is projected line, yes, it is projected line, and everything is intact, no problem. You can draw a line first, then project up to that. Okay, that can be done. Now trim the portions. Sorry. Take trim, then extra thing you remove. Now what is the name of this? This is A dash. This is A dash. This is, take time so much. This is A dash. This one is D dash. This is AD. A in bracket D. Then you have to create square here. Okay, you have to create square, same value. So here is 20 is there, then again you measure 20. Create square directly, or you can measure into it 20. Better you do one thing, whenever you get this type of opportunity, you select the line command and enter 20, then directly enter in the keyboard. If you do it on the this one, give mouse, then there is a variation. Always you have this in mind. Then sometimes midpoint problem will be there. So that is why you can always take care of this. Now this is the front view what we are interested in. Now you measure this is 20. Fine. Now this is also 20, this is, that is becomes square. Now extend this. This becomes BC. B dash, C dash. B dash, C dash. Now to get the inclination, this, if you draw vertical projector, through this, you will get somewhere here BC. If you give inclination to the lamina, you will get somewhere here BC. How to get BC? You know the top view length. Top view length equal to 35 exact. So you can take, you need not in regular problem you move and rotate, you need not do it. Directly take 35, because otherwise you will measure this front view length if it is pentagon or other things, or the different type of problems, you can measure. Here it is direct 35, you can take 35 and draw arc. Take arc by center point 35, enter, draw arc. Then join these 2 points. This is AD, this is the BC. Okay, so here you have, see, assume that I have drawn this arc with 35 and I get BC. Join this. If you measure this, you will get 55. So this is how you go about the problem. Remaining procedure same, what we did for the regular problems. You give inclination to the HP with AD only, but you should not take any other line than AD, or sometimes you can take BC also, but you must dimension it to the AD only, because he has given the edge on VP itself is inclined 35. It gives you answer, but still you have to take care. Then project it and get the loci, then join this. So this is how you get the final figure. So I will repeat: the front view appears as a square. No, corresponding angle you should get by taking this as a radius, draw an arc. Then you redraw, move and rotate, then project it and get the regular problem. Now, if you take any other line, you know what happens. That also I have shown somewhere. Okay. Now let me take one more this one problem. Now the top view appears as square. Same problem. 35 by 20 mm rests on HP and one of its shorter edges. This may not be given sometimes, as I explained earlier. Simply they say it is appears as this. Definitely it is smaller edge only perpendicular to VP or HP or XY line. Totally appears as a square in top. The edge on which the lamina rests is inclined 30 degrees to VP. Draw the projections. So definitely you have to take this first as the problem. Now you take this as the first. Start naming from the left. Okay. So what you do is you name from the left and then try to create 20 mm, 20 square by the side. Then project AD and get this point. Then also project this one. Then take this length, good radius, draw an arc. Then you get B dash C dash ready. Okay, it is inclined to HP. That's why he has given that appears as something in top view. So you have to start from top view. Now this is the inclination. So inclination of the lamina with respect to HP is measure and say how much. Then take this AD only nearer to the XY line. You can take away from the XY line also, and if situation demands. Otherwise, by default, you take AD nearer to XY line. Okay. Then manage for 30 degree with AD, and then this is you have to move and rotate directly, then get the final figure. So this is how you get the top view appears as a square, front view appears as square. So both the things we have worked out. So we will see what happens if you take other than AD. For example, if you take DC, okay, so this is wrong. So normally people end up with this type of problems in hurry. So you must understand the concept carefully. It is a very easy job. See, DC is the longer edge, that is no way on HP. So he says clearly the edge on HP is inclined at some degree to VP. So edge on HP is none other than AD. Even it works for BC since it is parallel, but you have to dimension DC only. Sorry, AD only. Okay, sometimes it works, but not always. Okay, so this is how you can carry out the problems on the apparent shapes. So same way they can give square appears as rectangle. That type of problems I will deal with now. Okay. Now this is the final answer. One can easily identify the lamina on HP. Then if you give inclination by some angle, you get what is called square. Okay, and then sometimes you not always expect it is a square. You will give 35 by 20 appears as 20 by 25. So that also is a problem. In that case, you have to keep same thing. Instead of keeping square exact, you can keep whatever the given value and do it. Not necessarily that the same routine problem will come. So normally this is the standard problem wherein you get this type of problems. Okay. Now let us take the problems on square lamina, and let me take a problem on square. Very similar to rectangle. I will give clear idea about the concept and then move with the computer drawings, okay, on software. A square lamina of 40 sides as a side on HP such that the surface of the lamina being inclined at 50 degree to HP. Draw the projections when the side on HP is inclined at 40 degree to VP. So what happens is the same problem can be given as I mentioned in the previous cases. Other way around of giving this, initially they give the side on HP is inclined directly to VP. Okay, then the surface of the lamina being inclined at 50 degree. Either way, you have to go through the problem carefully, completely, then note down what is given. The lamina is inclined to HP by 50 degree, sure. One of the sides on HP is inclined at 40 degree to VP. That also you note down so that it is actually edge condition with respect to HP. I need not explain every time. These are all same. The surface condition, lamina inclined to HP by some angle, make the lamina parallel to HP so that you will get the top as true shape. Then edge condition, keep that edge on HP and try to work out. Now how exactly carry out? See, this is how you get the problem initial position. So I named initial position, you have to keep it on HP so that one of the side, because all sides are equal, unlike rectangular lamina, all sides are equal here, keep this AD, okay. So on HP, particularly perpendicular to VP, all other sides also will be on HP because the surface itself in HP. BC on AD are the sides you can rotate about it. Normally we take AD, left right arm. Then this is the first figure you get, first step. You draw this one and then do it. So AD is perpendicular to VP. Then comes you move this to the neighboring area and then rotate so that you get 50 degree. See, 50 degree to HP. Yes, it is similar to rectangle only. Then draw the lowermost and rightmost lines so that it treats as stoppers for you to work within that. Whatever the projection you do, that is within that. Then you get a rectangle. Then comes the final top view in second figure, because it is inclined only to HP now. Now he has given when the side on HP is inclined at 40 degree to VP. The side on HP is AD. Okay, that one you have to do 40 degree. Now to do it, now you move this. I will do that job. Okay, for you. Now how to move that I am repeating these two because this is sometimes tough for some people. Okay, you move this. See here, if you want to move here, you retain there also, you make it shaded, then move somewhere here. Okay. Next, you rotate this. How to rotate? Again, take rotate command. You need not draw first 30 degree and all, 40 degree. Directly you can take. Sometimes, it leads to confusion. Directly you can take 40. See, this is what the corner about which I am rotating. D, take towards XY line. For horizontal line, that is XY, you have to take 40. With the vertical, it is 90 minus of that. So, take 50. Anyway, finally you measure this side or this side. Yes, this. Now measure and confirm. Measure angle and confirm. This is how you rotate, move and rotate. See, 40 degree. So, this is how you go that process. Go for that process. Rotate, move and rotate. Now, that is what we have done for you. See, this is I have moved it to a certain length and inclined, then project it carefully. Unnecessary lines you avoid. AD only up to XY line, BC on this locus, then join them and get the final front view. So this is how you get the square problems. It is very similar to rectangle. Now I will change little bit. See what happens is a square lamina of side. Alternate solution is the side on HP AD is away from VP and inclined at 40 degree. Here it is nearer. See, AD is nearer, so you get this. And if it is away from, sometimes demands, the question demands, then you can keep, instead of rotating in a particular direction, you rotate it the other way around. So naturally you will get AD, away from it, then get the corresponding front. So this is solution for alternate solution. Now I have a square lamina as a side on VP. It is just now we have done the problems on rectangle, same type. So from where you have to start? From front view. You have to start because it is inclined to VP. Now make it parallel to VP. If you make it parallel to VP, you will get true shape on VP. So that the front view is the true shape. So one side on VP means edge condition with respect to VP, not with respect to AP. It is with respect to VP. So take this and then start. This is the initial position. This you can take any convenient distance. See, I am interested in this AD. So this is the lamina and AD is the edge to be placed on HP. Even either BC. Normally we take AD. Okay. Then take this. Start from front view and then fix AD and then rotate this about this. Rotate like this. Then you get this move and rotate. In computer you have to do that. Move and rotate. Then get the front view. Okay. And dark it, then it becomes the second stage. Okay, we have given inclination to the VP, surface inclination is over. Then the edge on which it rests, edge on VP is inclined at some degree. So you have to move and rotate. So if you move and rotate, definitely you get that AD only inclined at 40 degree to, see, this is what is given. See, this side on VP is inclined at 40 degree to HP. The side on VP is AD. See, this one is AD. This is inclined 40 degree to. That you will get in final figure clearly. Okay. See, this is what the final solution. Final solution is this. The line is inclined to HP and on VP. This is what very clear. AD is on VP and inclined to HP. So you can review at the end. Now, here I was telling about the rectangle appears as square. Okay, here the problem now is the square lamina of 40 mm side appears as a rectangle of 40 by 25 in front. Draw the projections. In the side on VP is inclined at 40 degree to HP. So what exactly you do? This I have taken this for reference only. Just now we solved a problem on square lamina is inclined at VP some degree. Now what happens if you get the inclination to VP? You will get square becomes rectangle after some particular dimension. He has given particular dimension here 40 by 25. So here by 45 what is true shape? This is apparent shape. What you have to do is, instead of giving angle, he has given the shape. It is similar to rectangle appears as square. What you have to do is, you don't know the angle, you have to create this first figure, then get this inclination. You know how to do that. So I will show quickly how exactly you can do it. Again, you have to start from front view. That's what the information I have given clearly. Okay. So front view is true shape. That and all is a reference for you. Now create this first, then create 25 by 40. This is constant. Now how do you decide whether this 40 is to be taken as the only criteria is all sides are equal. There is no problem here, but rectangle you have the problem. So there common value you have to take. Now you fix AD, then create the front view, then try to get the locus. This is the vertical projector of B and C. Then you take this length, that is top length equal to radius, ADS center, draw an arc to get B in bracket C. That is the point. So this is the vertical projector of BC, then get it. Then join BC and this AD, you get the top view with inclination. You get some inclination. You have to measure it. Can we easily measure? So now let us measure how much it is. See, it is coming 51 degrees. Okay, so naturally the values are fixed for this. Okay. We get 1 or 2 degrees difference in manually, but computer you must do it neatly and you get the exact 51 degrees. So next what happens is, if you want to give inclination to the edge on VP side. This is familiar to you now, right now. Number of problems we worked out. This one AD only you have to keep nearer to XY line by default and then create, move and rotate. So after you move and rotate, you get this, then project it and get the final. So this is how you get the problem on square appears as rectangle in front view. Now same way we can work problem on the appears as rectangle in top view. Same procedure. Now as reference I have taken the one problem which I worked out already. The lamina inclined at some degree to HP by 50 degrees, say this is the top view. Similarly, you can work, now I will rush through the problem solving, how exactly you can do it. You have to start from top view, it's very clear. The edge condition with respect to HP, definitely start from top view. These are the explanations as usual. Now start from top view and get the top view, second figure top view, you create, this is 40 fixed, 25 by 40 is the one which you have created. Then AD is fixed end, fixed edge. About that you have to rotate. Get the vertical projector VC. Then take this front view length as radius, ADS and draw an arc. You will get the point. I have shown you 40. Actually, the front view length is 40 because side is 40. The standard position. Now this is second figure. When it is inclined to HP, you get the apparent shape. That is given. That only we have started and then got the inclination. Now you have to move and rotate this, then project and get the final figure. So this is about the problems on rectangle appears as square, or the square appears as rectangle. So these are the standard problems in planes particularly. Then we will continue with in next session the corner conditions, particularly triangle, pentagon, even square. We have that type of problems. We will discuss that in the next session.